Google has just released the Nest Audio for $100. But is there $100 worth of audio and features built into this speaker? That is what we're going to be finding out in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve from the YouTube channel Steve Does, and I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org. So the Nest Audio is replacing the Google Home that came out back in 2016. This device is 75% louder and comes in 5 different colors. We've got chalk, charcoal, sage, sand, and sky. Taking a look at some of the features on the side of the box, this thing is going to have crisp vocals with rich bass and built-in tweeter and woofer. We'll be testing that out later. It's got Google Assistant built into it, so you can do things like listen to your favorite music, news, radio, and more. You can check the weather, make calls, set timers and alarms. We can also set up Nest audio groups. So this is going to be grouping your Nest speakers together to get a surround sound audio experience from them. And you can use your voice to control lights, TVs, and a bunch of other smart things throughout the house. Now, speaking of that, this does have Google Assistant built into it. If we take a look on the other side here, Google Assistant allows you to talk to the speaker and do things like play music, turn the volume up and down. You can play certain songs, ask to play songs. Like we mentioned, turn on certain lights. Taking a look below that, it works with a bunch of other different applications. We've got YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, SiriusXM. So those are going to be a lot of the music stuff. I mean, this is a speaker. We've also got Google Duo, which is their video phone call app. We've got the Google Calendar, Google Maps, and then Philips Hue, just to name a few. Opening up the box, we've got the speaker front and center. Now this is surprisingly heavy for what I expected it to feel like, but that just goes to show the quality of components that are inside. Taking a look at the front, it's got a fantastic clean look. There's no logos, no buttons, nothing. It's gonna look great in any environment you place it in. On the back, we've got the mute switch for the Google Assistant, the Google logo, and then also the power plug. There is no audio jack on this device, which is unfortunate, but you can connect other devices through Bluetooth. The power adapter has a nice rectangular design and is not the typical round design that you're gonna see with other Nest products. This is gonna make this device a lot easier to plug into a power strip. It connects to both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi routers. On the top, it's got touch control, which allows you to either turn the volume up, turn the volume down, or if you tap in the center, you can play and pause what you're listening to. Internally, we've got a 75mm woofer and a 19mm tweeter. In addition to that, we've also got a quad-core processor. Now, setting this device up is really easy to do. We're just going to click on the Google Home app. We're going to click on the plus in the top corner, and then we're going to click on Set up a device. And since this is a new device, we'll click on New Device. I'm going to select My Home here, and it's going to start looking for the device. All right, so now that we have it set up, let's listen to some demos of what this speaker can do. All right, the speaker sounds pretty good so far, and I will tell you that it sounds so much better in person than it does from me recording it and coming out the speakers that you're probably listening to. But I wanted to show you some of the features of the app. So we're gonna have the app loaded up right here. If we take a look at the app, got the Google Home app loaded up. I'm gonna go down to the speaker, select the speaker, You can see it's at 40% volume right now. It's not playing anything. At the very top on the right-hand side, we've got the 3 bars up here. That is going to be a shortcut to your equalizer settings. So you can adjust the bass and the treble right here if you want to adjust those. Backing out of that, we've got the gear icon right next to that. So that is going to bring us into the settings of this speaker. Here in the settings, we can adjust things like the name of the speaker, what home it's in, what room it's in. We've got group names, Wi-Fi settings, and then digital well-being if you want to set up downtimes and stuff like that. Here is another way to get to your equalizer. We've also got group delay correction. So if you group a bunch of your speakers together and you find that one is playing a little bit sooner than the other one, you can set up delays on certain speakers so that way they all sound good together. Below that, we've got default speaker, and it's selected itself as its own speaker, which makes sense. We've got default TV. So if you have a Chromecast and you want to display something but using this speaker, you can select which TV you want it to be. So if I tap on here, I can select which Chromecast or which display I want it to be its primary. So when I ask it to display something for me, it knows which TV to use. Let's back out of there. We can set alarms and timers. We've got night mode, do not disturb, Bluetooth pairing, so you can pair it with other devices. I've got it paired up with my cell phone right here. Low volume when listening, so that's a good one. So if the volume is really loud, when it does hear its wake word, it will actually turn the volume down so it can listen to what you want to say. We've got a few other ones in here. Let other people control your cast media. And then we've got a few more like recognition and personalization, how sensitive you want your wake word to be, and then also some YouTube restriction settings. All right, so those are the features that you're going to be getting through the app. But remember, this also has the Google Assistant built into it. So you can say things like, hey Google, turn on the office lights. I'm going to get lights turned on also. All right, now I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this speaker and then give you my thoughts at the end. So I have had this speaker for about 2 weeks now, and I absolutely love it. The highs and the lows sound great. It's extra bassy and you can just really feel it. In fact, I keep turning it up because I want to just feel the sound because it just is so nice. But when I do that, I'm constantly hearing,
turn it down.
Lots of that, turning it down. So that is one unfortunate thing with this speaker, is that it does cause a little bit more yelling in the house, but it sounds so good. Another thing that I wish this had is that I wish it had a battery built into it. It would be nice if this was either sitting in a cradle that charged it, or that I could just unplug it from the back and either take it out to the backyard or the garage or just a different room. Take this with me would just be such an extra benefit to this speaker right here. But for $100, having a speaker that is this nice with the Google Assistant built into it seems like a great deal to me. If you guys want to know more about this speaker, check out the link below to reviews.org. If you guys want to see more from me, check out my channel, Steve Does, where I do a lot of cool smart home tech review and other tech videos. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up and let me know that you liked it. As always, thank you for joining me here at reviews.org, and I'll see you in the next video.